At Grant Medical Center, and ABC6's LuAnn Stoia just talked to a doctor at that hospital. Let's go to her now live. Hey, LuAnn.
Well, we have talked to the Grant Medical Center here, and we've asked to talk with the patient's family that is here, and we can tell you that that patient is in critical condition, but we don't have other information onto the nature of their injuries. We can also tell you that one 14-year-old was released from Children's Hospital today. That child treated and released. Now take a look. This is Grant Medical Center. It is the busiest trauma center in the entire state. So far, the Grant team was notified of the fare accident, and they tell us they went into action last night. Central Ohio Trauma Services assigns the patients to hospitals, and in this case, 3 patients came here to Grant. 2 of them have been released. We just talked with trauma surgeon Chance Spalding, who says they do drills to practice for mass casualties like this. Dr. Spalding says they need to evaluate the patient head to toe.
We categorize these things as crush injuries. When a building or a ride or a large object falls and is placed on patients, then we deal with a lot of crush type of injuries. It's not just a cut, but it's kind of a combination of a fracture injury that happens with bones being broken, as well as the weight of the equipment and the muscle injuries, the soft tissue, the blood vessels, everything. So it kind of escalates the patient's damage.
And we have checked with OSU Wexner Medical Center this morning. We found out there are 3 patients still hospitalized. 1 person upgraded from critical to serious condition. The 2 others remain in critical condition. We're hoping to connect with family members there to get an update on those patients. And of course, we wish all of them the best on their recovery. Now, the patients released here at Grant are asked to follow up at a specialized trauma unit. Understandably, there can be mental health issues after a traumatic experience like this, and the doctors here tell me they are equipped to handle those as well. Now, we talked to the docs more about how they prepare for the mental challenges of dealing with a traumatic and mass casualty incident like the one at the fair. We'll have more on that coming up at 12:30.
Information about those people injured in this accident. We've learned that some are undergoing surgeries at OSU Wexner Medical Center. One of them was also taken to Grant Medical Center. That's where we find ABC6's LuAnn Stoia.
Well, Brooks, we understand that more family is gathering here at Grant Medical Center to support the patient who remains in critical condition here. We can also tell you that a 14-year-old boy was treated and released from Children's Hospital, so some good news for them. Now, we want to tell you that the Grant trauma team tells me that they categorize this as a mass casualty. This situation that we were seeing from the fair as crush injuries. So when a building, a large object, a ride falls, doctors here look for a combination of injuries like fractures, muscle injuries, soft tissue, and blood vessels. Trauma surgeon Chance Spalding says it escalates a patient's damage. Now, 3 people were treated here at the state's largest trauma center. 2 of them have been released. Dr. Spalding says they do a lot of training to prepare physically and mentally for what came their way last night.
We all, small and large, do these drills. Sometimes it's just an individual unit, and some of that is our mental preparation for these events, and it's all about the kind of team caring for the community. So when we do have these events, then the team's also kind of caring for each other as well, and we can look out for each other. We know the signs of what happens to one another, and we can always be prepared for something like this.
We have checked with OSU Wexner Medical Center this morning and found out their 3 patients are still hospitalized. 1 person upgraded from critical to serious condition today. The 2 others remain in critical condition. We're hoping to connect with family members to get an update on those patients and the nature of their injuries. Now, the patients released at Grant are also asked to follow up at a specialized trauma clinic. Now, understandably, there will be mental health concerns, and doctors here say they are prepared to deal with that. Of course, we are wishing all these families the best in their recovery. We'll have more on that coming up tonight at 5 and 6. For now, we're live downtown. LuAnn Stoia, ABC6 News.